diversify your portfolio, and you hear it 35 million times every day. Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the My Stock Journey channel. Today it is actually the same day as the last video from yesterday, but I have somewhere to go tomorrow. But I'm so dedicated to you guys, and I really want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the content. Y'all been supporting me so much, and I've just been feeling the love, feeling the energy, and it's so motivating. I just want to push these videos and give you as much quality content as possible. And so with that, I did want to update you guys on a big move I made, something that's probably going to surprise a few of you who follow me. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So if we do come right here, you will notice very first thing is that I sold 5 shares of Microsoft. Now, I know a lot of you can go, why did you do that? So let me explain. So first off, I wasn't in the red on Microsoft. I was up like $45 or something like that. So I did sell in profit, so no biggie there. The reason though, so with the current situation that we have going on and everything being so much cheaper, and a lot of these stocks being super cheap, super good value, like a lot of the stocks that I like to buy, some like AT&T and stuff, they're just so much more cheap than they used to be, and that I do believe that one day they're going to reach the highs that we previously were at. Whenever that may be, I don't know, but I do believe one day it will happen. And so with that being said, how does that equate to me selling my Microsoft? So when you look at Microsoft now, it took effect from all the situation going on right here or right now, but it really wasn't anything significant, right? So I'm paying still $175 per share of Microsoft, and it's not like, it's not really on sale. It's not anything like that. So yeah, it's a company that I definitely am going to continue to own. I still have 3 shares left. And I'm definitely going to keep buying a share here, a share there. But I felt like for now, it makes more sense to me. It makes more sense for me financially to use that money that I had invested in Microsoft and invest it into companies in which will produce higher growth margins, because I think pretty much everyone agreed, the majority of us invest in order to get those high returns. We want high returns on our investments. So with that being said, it makes more sense for me to invest the money that I have right now, while everything's so low and on sale and the economy's down, into companies like Store Capital, Maine, Bank of America, AT&T, and these companies that are going to produce double the returns, triple returns. Whereas if I'm putting, $800, $900 at a time into Microsoft, the gains that I'm getting over the next 2 years aren't going to be the same, aren't going to be even close, honestly. Like, Microsoft grows very slow and consistently. Like I said, I love that, and that's why I will continue to get a share every now and then. But it makes more sense for me to use my money right now to get these sales basically, and take advantage of the situation, because by buying a lot of Microsoft, I'm not taking advantage and using my money as efficiently as I could be by getting some stocks that are cheaper. So with all that being said, what have I done? So see here, market sold that. That was that one sale that I did on Vecto that I don't remember if this was the one that lost some money or the other one, but anyway. So National Retail Properties, that was one that I'm a super big fan of. And honestly, the reason I say that is because a lot of people are like, Tyler, why would you get into that right now? Like, retail is getting hit, and that's exactly why. Because I believe that the next bull run we have is going to be insane. When the market starts getting back to normal, and like people, just the worries about Corona aren't so bad. This could be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. But I think that people are going to be so excited to get back in the groove that it's going to just shoom, it's going to take off. And a lot of these businesses and a lot of these things are going to strive even more than they were before, because we've seen in history that, as do I think it's going to keep going low from the next couple months? Yeah, I think we're going to keep dropping. I'll keep investing more. But we've seen in history, whenever we have situations like this, and whenever we have situations in which the stock market's down and the economy's not doing too well and people are kind of worried, the growth and the emergence from that negative time is absolute. It's exponential. And that's why I invest in something like National Retail Properties, because yeah, it might take a hit now and I might lose some money now, But I genuinely, wholeheartedly believe that whenever some of these businesses start to open back up, and even more businesses are going to open up new businesses that are going to increase the portfolio sizes of companies like this, I do believe that that's going to generate margins of return that are going to be far greater than what I can get in Microsoft for the next 2 years. So that's part of the reason. Next, AT&T. AT&T is pretty self-explanatory. AT&T is definitely a big front runner in dividend paying stocks. I love dividends. I don't chase dividend yields, but I definitely do pay attention to what I'm getting paid. And that did serve its own point when Microsoft, considering it's like a 1 point something dividend payout ratio, it just didn't make as much sense whenever it comes to making the financial decision to hold on to that or sell it. And so with that being said, AT&T paying its dividend ratio and paying back such a high dividend ratio, especially right now, it makes more sense to use some of that money to get 5 new shares of AT&T for $140. And then I actually did get 5 more shares right after that for a little bit more, but it was 1 cent. It's okay. And so with that being said, like AT&T, I think is going to shoot, especially with the upcoming, I think 5G is going to be one of the things that changes the world. Yeah, there's a lot of, conspiracies and all that, but I do think those will die out eventually. And I think that people are genuinely going to understand that 5G is going to take over. AT&T, in my opinion, is going to be one of the front runner companies that take advantage of that, and going to have phones that can use that and hold the capacity for it, and people are going to need to have updates and update their phone, and get new phones that can work for 5G and all those different types of things. And that's why I do believe that AT&T has a lot of upside potential. So with that being said, I figured it would also be best to use some of the money that I would have had in Microsoft and use that to hopefully generate higher margins and higher growth in my portfolio through some AT&T. Another National Retail Properties buy. I think I got it. Yeah, that went up a little bit. It's okay. Aflac, another one. Aflac is super low right now. And it's very important to me that, yes, I will buy the stocks that I think are going to do the best, but it's also very important to have a little something everywhere. Everyone always says, diversify your portfolio. And, you hear it 35 million times every day, but it's true. It's very true. And I don't want to be the cliche, annoying, cringy dude who just says, make sure you diversify your portfolio in case of any attack. No, listen, it's just important to make sure you have a little bit everywhere just in case. And that's all I'm going to say. And so whenever it comes to Aflac, it was one of the insurance companies that I saw a lot of potential in. I've seen a lot of upside growth. I've seen a lot of consistent growth. And with that being said, with a pretty good dividend yield, I thought it would be a solid buy as well. So that's why I bought that one. And yep, I was doing a little bit more Bitcoin in over here. I did a put on this one. I will update you guys. I talked about that in my last video. And yeah, so those were the big ones that I bought. I used like $500, $600 to buy those. Did a $460 put on this, which I do believe I'm going to sell on Monday. I'm pretty positive it's going to get me some profits. Doing a little Bitcoin trading here. Update you guys about that in another video. And yeah, so National Retail Properties, I bought some shares. Aflac, I bought some shares. And AT&T, I figured it would be best if we go over my portfolio really quick. We can take a look at what all I have going on right here. That put VTIQ's just been evening out at the end of market, so it's okay. Store Capital, 150 shares, Bank of America. I talked about in the last video, but my covered call did expire out of the money, meaning I get to keep my 100 shares. I don't have to sell them. I got $51 profit, in which I did reinvest into getting some more stocks, which is awesome. Microsoft, I am down to 3 shares, and I will actually pull up my equity. There we go. And so you can kind of see how my portfolio is spread out. Coca-Cola is another big one. I want 100 shares of that one by the end of the summer. So that's a big goal of mine. We'll see. We get there. We get there. Aflac, I'm at 20 shares. Walmart, 1 share. Waste Management, 2 shares. Atmos Energy, 2 shares. These are ones that I'm definitely going to grow soon. They are a little bit more expensive, and so I do want to grow them a little slower. And just make sure I'm my goal with this whole pandemic and everything that's going on right now is to make sure I'm using it to the best of my abilities to get the highest growth. And I feel like it's a super rare opportunity that only comes a few times every lifetime to really exponentially grow your worth and your net worth. And so with that being said, I'm just making sure I'm using my dollar to the best potential. So with that being said, I will have another video for you guys tomorrow. I'm so committed to this channel. I love you guys. You help me out so much. You give me so much good feedback and what you want to see, what you don't like to see, just everything like that. I really can see this channel doing some amazing things one day, and it just excites me so much to be able to share my journey with you guys, experience y'all journeys, and we all grow together as one big community. If you did like this video, go ahead and drop a like for me. It helps me out so much reaching new audiences and, you know, help just really expand my horizons and meet new people is something that I love about this app and this, you know, platform. If you are new to the channel, this is the first video you watched and you made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you could drop a subscribe, that'd be awesome. If not, it's okay, I understand. And if you want to leave a comment on some future suggestions for videos, I'll also appreciate that too. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.